share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. Cause you know we keep it live. You know we keep it live. Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we keep it live.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Sir, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in to Chatting with Coach Smook, our college football kickoff call-in show. That's almost a tongue twister, ain't it? College football kickoff call-in show. Welcome in this morning. Glad to see everybody in the chat. I see y'all on Instagram. I see y'all on TikTok. We just went live on the other platforms. We got some connection issues, man. Look like Alabama might be having some storms coming through it today. Hopefully they be gone through Central Alabama by the time we get to kickoff this evening, 6:30, or is it 6:45? It's between 6:30 and 6:45. We'll be kicking off tonight. As you all can see, I've woken up. We've been up since 7, but I want to give everybody an opportunity to try to get in and catch some of the show live. This is not going to be a long drawn out show. Hopefully our calling segment, we're able to get at least 3 to 5 callers in. Get ready, call in, talk your talk, say what you got to say when it comes to your team, whether you're an Alabama fan or not. If you're tuning into the Coach Smook Network, you got a voice on the call-in show, and I want you to experience that today. We had some good calls last night, not a lot, just a few good ones, and they were great conversation. We got a lot of clips being posted over the weekend. And today, as you all know, Alabama versus ULM, but we also have some other big games that we kind of want to divulge in and discuss while we're here. We have our college football pick'em, where we'll pick our this week. We'll be able to keep up with everything because I actually got logged back into my account. Thank you, Jesus. And now we will be able to track our picks from the week throughout the day. As you all can hear, sinuses is still not cleaned up. But if we can get somewhere outside on campus, I might still go. I got 2 people that I'm talking to this morning, and I might still go, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna use wisdom. I'm really praying about it. I really want to be there. I see a lot of parents and stuff that's going to be there for the game today that I definitely want to meet up with and interact with. Haven't seen them since the second scrimmage, and most of them, that's what they were talking about. They ain't seen, it's only been a few weeks, and it seemed like it's been a while. So football season is fully back, and we're back in action here at the Coach Smook Network. Y'all give it up for yourselves as y'all come in, man. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, and hit the like and subscribe. We here. I'm working it by myself today. Mary J not in the back, so y'all know I'm gonna be struggling a little bit. So this show really gonna go by fast, not because of y'all, because of me. Because I ain't got it like I used to, man. I got a team that done spoiled me, so y'all gotta help me out today. But as you come in, like I said, drop that like, drop that subscribe. Thank you for everybody pulling up. Let me see everybody in the chat on YouTube. I see y'all. Zach, Roll Tide. Greg, what's good, man? Roll Tide. Jordan, good to see y'all, man. Roll Tide. I thank y'all for pulling up this morning, man. Jordan, I know you getting ready for the day. OG beat today. Yeah, man, I had to bring it out. Happy game day. Facts. What's up, Rich? Good to see you, Rich. Good to see you, man. Roll Tide. I haven't seen your face in a long time. Good to see you moving around, brother. Glad to see you still alive and amongst the living, my brother. Good to see you back home in Columbus, Georgia. Good to see you, bro. Matt Farms, Roll Tide, man. I see you over here. Roll Tide, everybody. Instagram, Roll Tide, checking in. TikTok. What's good, Antonio? I see you, Antonio. Share this thing up, man. Let everybody know we live over there on TikTok. I'm supposed to be linking up with Big Homie today too, so it should be a good interaction, good day for some college football coverage and interaction. But I won't prolong this show. I won't try to drag it out to wait for viewers to get in. We know everybody take about 10, 15 minutes to get in. We just don't have that time and space today. I know our kickoff is later, but we got some other content that we doing around the city with some high school kids. What's up, T Lacey over there on TikTok tapping in. Hey, we got the phone line opening up here in about 30 minutes, man. Stick around, enjoy the show. Give me your thoughts. You say Ty need a 60 ball today. I want to hear your thoughts on that. I would love to hear how you expect that and why you expect 60 points. Would love to hear that. Create some conversation on the phone line today. But before we get into all that, like I said, we got college pick'em. We got a fair weather fan report to tap in on, a big one, a breaking one. As a matter of fact, we might just start the show off with that fair weather fan report here in the next 3 minutes. We're gonna crank this thing up. But if y'all are feeling good today, man, tell me how you feeling, where you watching from. I appreciate, like I said earlier, I appreciate you all tapping in last night for the call-in show. We almost waited. We almost didn't do it last night, and I'm glad we did because Pat called in, Zach called in, and we had one more caller. We had another caller call in. I forget who it was. We had 3 good conversations last night on the phone line, and they were extended. We didn't set them on a time limit because the phone line wasn't just buzzing off the it wasn't just ringing off the hook. So we had some good conversations last night. My boy Jordan, didn't Jordan call in last night? I feel like Jordan called in yesterday too. Didn't you call in, Jordan? Got Zach watching from T-Town, man. Zach out there hunting this morning. I think y'all thought Zach was just chilling today. Nah, Zach going to get his pregame hunting in. He really out to something. You know what I'm saying? He really out to something today. So I have to bleep that word out now. I didn't know that. I got a couple copyright things or appeals submitted on me, reports submitted on me on TikTok because I was saying the K word, unalive, even though we were figuratively speaking when it comes to football. So got to be careful, just being more aware of what we're doing. But I appreciate y'all. But we got some fair weather fan reports to jump into. Then we're going to talk about our final thoughts with Alabama versus ULM, what it takes to win this game for us Alabama fans and Alabama Nation. I'll talk about some of the recruits that's going to be on campus today, or they're already on campus. Most of them were getting there last night. A lot of them will be pulling up this morning. A few were there last night. And the majority of them will be pulling up this morning. Being that last night was a lot of high school football games. And a lot of our commits showed up and showed out last night. Jordan Edmonds had a big game last night. Sedarian Morgan, Hall, the linebacker recruit that we got committed. He had a big game last night too. He and Hillcrest ended up, Zay Hall, they ended up beating Hoover. And if you're from the state of Alabama, or if you've been watching high school football or whatever, watching high school football from a national standpoint, you know what Hoover has been for the past 20 plus years in the high school ranks. Coach Props made that program a national, I guess you say, commodity, where, you know, the country kind of started to focus more on high school prep ball and public school ball that was recruiting, all this stuff. Coach Props did all that. He started that on a national standpoint to where it started getting that media attention. So good to see that Hillcrest Hoover game. That was a big game. What's up, Deron? Good to see you over there on Facebook. Man, y'all check this out. My guy from Hot Topic Sports, he always tapping in on Facebook. I want to comment. I want to see if you actually tapping in, man. I'm live on both my pages, my Coach Smook page and my personal page. So y'all tap in, drop a comment on Facebook if you can hear me, if you still watching, like my brother Rich did. My cousin Henry been coming in his mug. My big cousin been dropping comments. And I've been trying to figure out if I should start sending links personally to my family, because they really don't understand what the notifications mean on their phone. Like, no, really. No, a lot of my family, they don't understand that. Like, when they see Coach Smook is live, that means I'm live. That's what the notification on your phone tell you. So if I got my mods, where my mods at? I ain't seen no mods tap in for real. Jordan, I seen Zach. All right, y'all need to wake up. It's 7:30 Saturday morning. Y'all gotta be up. Y'all gotta be up and get ready for this game, man. There's no way y'all sleeping peacefully in y'all beds. As much complaining as this fan base was doing last week after the game and all week this week, ain't no way y'all not up doing some push-ups, done took a walk to clear your mind. Like, ain't no way. It can't be, because it was way too much complaining going on. And speaking of that, we're gonna jump into this fair weather fan report of the day, man. I think this one is kind of news breaking for me. Not for me, but for everybody. And like I told y'all, man, this is why I don't hold it back on nobody. So when I get ready to do this one, man, y'all y'all just be ready. Y'all probably won't believe it. Y'all probably won't believe that I'm the one doing it publicly. And it's crazy that other people haven't and got so much to say on these social media sites where you could type all this stuff. But a lot of people that was talking trash, they got platforms that they speak on daily. And they scared to speak, like they scared to put stuff in to where people can go back and track it. That's what it is. People don't like to be able to get their stuff found out and go back and be able to track that stuff. Did I even tweet it? Did I tweet it? Hold on. Did I even tweet it, chat? And this other guy, he keep popping up on my junk. Did I not tweet it? I'm sorry, y'all. I know I just seen this and I ain't tripping. I could have sworn I tweeted it. Hold on, chat. Let me see. I thought I tweeted just like 10 minutes ago. Did I know? Did I not tweet it? I think somebody else tweeted it and I just seen it. All right, so where is it at? Where Bleacher Report? Hey, did y'all see that boy? Here it is. All right, y'all gonna be surprised when I do this, but I don't care. Category 6 fair weather fan advisory. All right, I think I just tweeted it. Let me see now. I don't know. Twitter been trying to act like they gonna ban me from posting certain stuff. I don't be posting half the vulgar crap you see on this mug, man. It's crazy. Oh, where's my repost? Okay. It's under there. It is. All right. I was about to say, I know I retweeted or something. So why don't? All right, that's crazy. All right, y'all. This messed up at the same time, but at the same time, I don't care. All right. Welcome in. All 47 y'all between all platforms, man. Thank y'all for running up the likes. Continue running likes up. I know we got 13 in the YouTube chat, but let's get to it. We at the 20-minute mark on the Coach Smook college football kickoff show. And this morning we starting off a little bit different. We're gonna crank up with our fair weather fan report, man. We got some fair weather fandom happening amongst the Alabama fan base. And you know, when there's some fair weather fandom amongst the Alabama fan base, if you have any type of importance or following, I'm gonna expose you. I'm gonna put you out there. I hope your followers step up and defend you, because that just shows how much fair weather they are. And we're just gonna continue to expose the fair weather is in the Alabama fan base. I could care less about fair weather fans and other fan bases. That's what you expect from other fan bases. But when it comes to Alabama fans, you shouldn't be a fair weather fan. Win, lose, or draw, you should be supporting your team, not quitting on the team, talking about they going 0-11 and all this other crap, and then talking about fire the coaches or saying you ain't Alabama till Kalen DeBoer gets fired. Yeah, stay away. That means you wasn't Alabama till Nick Saban got here. Man, I can't stand fair weather fans. Here we go. Fair weather fan report of the day. We're going to jump into it. No, I ain't holding back for nobody. All right, so check this out, chat. We got news this morning. I wake up because I purposely turned my phone off on Twitter last night. Well, I turned my notifications off for Twitter, Instagram, all the ones that give me football content feedback. I had to clear it out last night. But here we got a familiar face, somebody that I've interacted with on the personal level multiple times, out and about in T-Town, out and about, the first year when he first started coming on the scene and people started, hating on him. I was really a huge supporter of this gentleman right here. And y'all know him, man. It ain't no secret. Roll Tide Willie. Bleacher Report. Why Bleacher Report so focused on fandom at the University of Alabama, right? Why is this important enough to be on Bleacher Report? But hey, I ain't mad. Great entertainment value. I get it. But it goes to show you, man, Fairweather fandom isn't it goes past the normal fan. This is a gentleman that was recognized nationally as the face. People outside the Bama fan base started saying, this is the face of Bama fans. This is what Bama fans look like. You had a lot of the people in the fan base that were supportive of Roll Tide Willie, myself included. And you had some people that were against him having anything to do with the program, which was crazy to me when you have someone like Roll Tide Willie, who's been a claimed to be a lifetime fan, and clearly isn't the normal fan, right? To our standards, us normal people. Y'all see the air quotes, normal people. But he comes in, he's passionate about it, he brings the fan base a little energy. Y'all wore his doggone saying out. You don't give a piss about nothing but the tie. Y'all wore that mug out. Blitz, Bama Blitz, y'all done wore that mug out. Bama by 100, all that. This guy's the reason why right here. And hopefully my camera not mirrored and I'm pointing the right way. Let me make sure. All right, we're not mirrored. So that means I'm pointing the right way. This guy right here is the reason why. But reports coming in from Bleacher Report saying Roll Tide Willie says he no longer cares about the Tide after Alabama's loss to FSU. Now, I don't know how legit this is. I tagged him. I ain't doing like the other people. And just getting in on this thread and just talking crazy, calling them out, calling them the R word and all this other crazy disrespectful stuff because they choose not to be a solid fan. And it's funny because I go and I look at the thread. I'm about to go to it. I go and I look at the thread, and a lot of the people that's commenting are literally the Fairweather fans of this fan base. Cruz, and y'all know y'all love Cruz. Y'all don't want to. Y'all have a respect of a person, or who y'all give hell to, right? Cruz follows me. I follow him. I'm pretty sure we don't know each. I never seen him personally in my life, but a Bama fan that I truly respect. Last week was saying some questionable stuff and came back and correcting himself. Yeah, I'm just tripping this week one, But then you start scrolling down, and you start seeing some of these Bama fans. I'm loving these guys. UTK Arrow speaking up. Where's the guys that that my guy Charlie Strong enthusiast. I hate the burners page. I won't like that. I just hate burner pages, so I won't like it. I don't care how good your comment is. USF Hate Week says some things. Yeah. Facts. Tell him USF Hate Week says Alabama fans. I love the fact that fans on the outside that pick at us also see the fairweatherness just oozing through the fan base right now. The Tide making excuses for him. Sometimes we crash out. Yeah, whatever. And then this is the persona that we get because of fans like you, Fairweather fans, and Roll Tide Willie when y'all jumping ship after one loss. He said the typical Alabama fan. I'm not the typical Alabama fan. I guess I'm not the typical Alabama fan because y'all show up to these shows and get mad at me because I don't blame the coaches for us losing. Herbie Mitchell, ain't no way you sitting here crying. Hey, look at Mr. Moore. Everybody want to use my little terminology now. His team was dominant for 20 years. They lose a few games and he's done. Yeah, ask the questions, man. Ask the questions. I don't care, Phenom. You don't go in there. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all give passes to people because of. When it comes to fandom, I don't see skin color, none of that. So before this narrative tried to get thrown out there, just make sure y'all check yourselves. I check fair weather fans regardless. But it seems like Roll Tide Willie kind of fits this more liking of a personality and character of majority of the fan base, right? He fits this personality and this persona, this character of Alabama fans. So when he doesn't stay solid and he's not doing what it's an excuse. But if somebody regular on the street start quitting out on Bama, you already jump down their back and call them out, Bama fans. No, let's not do that. We really, you got to be held accountable. If this is true, if Willie said this, that he don't care about nothing no more, he don't even care about the Crimson Tide, I'm pulling up on Willie, and y'all can clip this, y'all can cut it, do whatever y'all want. Willie, Chad, I need a meeting. I need to link up with y'all ASAP because this is unacceptable. We not standing for this. Willie, I will come over there, and every piece of Alabama product you got, I'll take it from you, Willie. I ain't gonna burn it up because I got too much respect for my Tide. But you won't ever see Coach Smook tap out on my Tide, bro. Tap out. See, you got other content creators that talk about firing the coaches and all this stuff. That's the same thing as quitting on your Tide, man. Ride it out. Your best bet to do is, hey, we got next week. Talk about what's wrong. By all means, talk about what's wrong. But firing coaches, not the answer, right? Not at 0-1 in the season. That ain't the answer. And then to be talking about you ain't a Bama fan no more, or you don't care about Bama. We go on 1-11. Anything in those ballparks, right? This team can't get better. Ty Simpson trash. The freshman ain't ready. The defense sucks. All the players, like all that type of energy, we ain't with that. And that's what we call fair weather fandom. So for today's report, man, we're sorry to report and announce to you all, Roll Tide Willie. Roll Tide Willie is now on the fair weather fan watch list. Fair weather fan watch list. And I'm going to go ahead and because he's such a great name, I'm going to put Roll Tide Willie right here on the banner for the fair weather watch list. The fair weather watch list. Roll Tide Willie is going to be the first one that's official on the watch list. We got Matthew Waitley. I don't care to he's a lame, so I don't care to put his name on the banner, but y'all know he's definitely a fair weather fan that we watching, or it ain't even no watching needing to be happening with him right now. He full blown fair weather fan. And then there's some names that are going to be popping up on this list throughout the game. If we don't go to T-Town here at around 2:00 this afternoon, we'll be doing a live watch along here at the from headquarters, and I'm gonna be watching Twitter during the game, and all the fair weather fandom I see, I promise you, it's gonna get marked up. QD, the avatar profile picture guy, want to be a Q dog? Yeah, you a fair weather fan too. I know you watching. Who else? Be all up in my inbox, but don't want to call in on the show. They talk tough in them inboxes and DMs, but it's a whole phone line here. So if you really mean it, you could put it on wax and let everybody hear what you got to say. And nobody got time to be reading no paragraphs. But that's our fair weather fan. Are we electing the fair weather fan president today? Yes. At the end of the day, when all the games are over with, when we get done and we get ready to open that phone call segment tonight after the show. I mean after the games, we're gonna announce our fair weather president of the day. It's the media's fault for boosting the team. It's the media. Terry Chapman says when Alabama lost, the media trashed them. Either you are for them or not. Roll Tide. Man, I don't care what the media say. The media can't. That's like I can't blame the coaches for the players' performance. You know, I don't care what the media says about my team. That's my team. I'm not going to allow the media to dictate me or to influence me to speak on my team in a way that makes it seem like I don't believe that they can be better. If you don't believe in your team, if you don't believe in that your team can get better, or you can't accept your team at where they at and still be a solid supporter of your team, then you're fair weather. That's what fair weather fandom is. Win, lose, or draw, you should be solid with your team. A lot of people get mad because, and this is the funny part. I saw funny individuals. I can't say the F word, but I saw two funny individuals, right, on Twitter. As a matter of fact, I think I'll go ahead and indulge and put their name on the screen too, since we got about 2 more minutes for the Fairweather Fan Report. I had some funny individuals trying to go back and forth with me about this, about Fairweather fandom, right? And I found it very interesting that they went out their way to acknowledge me to get in the conversation, because the original post doesn't tag either one of them, right? It doesn't tag either one of them. And I see what Clint Lamb said about guys getting effort and all this. This is where the post kind of started at, chat. I retweeted Clint Lamb's take about the guys not giving any effort, right? I know y'all seen this tweet out. You know, Clint Lamb get a lot of love. My fluffy face bandit with the beard. Yeah, he got all that energy behind that post that he made about the effort, right? And people were all on it, like, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. If you want to talk about the team and talk about what needs to be fixed, by all means, talk about players' effort, talk about lack of execution, talk about, you know, the missed tackles, but don't talk about firing the coach. Don't talk about getting rid of this player and benching this player week 1. Come on. So Juicy and his buddy, I guess they got mad, or they tried to categorize, say that I can't, only journalists and stuff can say stuff about players. If y'all know me, if y'all been watching me, I'm a lot more harsh on the content creators and journalists that showcase Fairweather fan symptoms more so than the fans themselves, right? Because they're supposed to be professionals. They're the ones that was saying, you know, he's not professional enough to be in this industry, and they end up being on my show. But anyways, he said, hold on now, it's Fairweather fans. Nah, you can't. You clearly a Fairweather fan, Jay Wall. You a Atlanta. You from Atlanta and you a Bama fan. Stop. You a Fairweather fan. You used to be a Georgia fan until you got old enough and people started holding you accountable for picking with one team, and just so happened you stuck with Bama during the Saban era. And now all your friends that you grew up with in middle school and high school, they get to experience some of that Saban type energy that you was experiencing when Saban was here. And you ready to jump ship again, but you can't do it deliberately because, one, you got a social media presence now, and two, it means a little bit more that as you're older. So you know there's a little bit more consequences and repercussions to come behind switching teams like that. You got to deal with all that public. So you rather just secretly be a Georgia fan and publicly be a Bama fan when Bama doing good. So Jay Wall, that's what we get from you, Jacob Walden. But yeah, they came in and I'm like, I didn't say anything about criticizing the players and critiquing the players. I never said that was Fairweather fandom. I just said people jumping ship and ready to quit. They Fairweather fans. And he and this guy Juicy right here, from Mobile, they caught themselves trying to jump in there and say something about, you know, Fairweather fandom, and they are literally the epitome and the exact example of what Fairweather fans are. All you gotta do is go to their post during the game. They talking trash about players, talking trash about coaches. You know, it's Fairweather fandom is when you just lose all sights of common sense. You lose all bearing when it comes to common sense and your fandom. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in, and y'all don't forget, man. Listen, this Fairweather fandom, it could catch anybody. Even I could be caught being a Fairweather fan if I don't be careful. So while you out here cheering and you allowing this game to influence your emotions, be aware. Fairweather fandom is out there, and it is not safe. It is not a good look. Do not allow yourself to be caught up in being a Fairweather fan today. I'm your boy, Coach Smook, here with the Fairweather Fan Reporter today. Let's get back to the show.
subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe. TikTok.
Man, it's time to talk about it. Alabama versus ULM. Hopefully y'all excited for this game today. I know this has been a rough week, Alabama Nation, but it ain't. Being a Bama fan, it has never been for the soft-minded fan. I promise you. And the ones that have survived and not been able to talk trash throughout their whole life as a Bama fan, those are the ones that they play it safe because they just Bama. They just Bama through and through. They don't care. They don't get all the emotion ties. They show up when it's time. They cheer, and then when it's done, they have their feelings and they move on. But you got fans like the rest of us, right? Where this actually means something. A week like today, a game like today really means something, and we've been saying it all week. It's not necessarily right. It's not necessarily what how you not. What you win by. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a 56-0 game, but it does need to be a dominant game. How you win, how you score those 38 points, and how you keep those that opponent, how you keep them out the end zone. How do they score when if they score? Like, what does our special teams look like? What do our impact plays look like? Is this a game where we see the offense struggling in the first half? I know I showed y'all my the live game simulation from yesterday, right? And y'all saw we didn't have points on the board against ULM in the rain until the middle of the second quarter. And I would like to see this offense come out and be efficient, but let's be realistic, man. This offense didn't look fluid last year. It was last week, and it was spots in the game last week where you've seen opportunities for them to get a momentum established and things just weren't clicking. So I want to see how much work has been put in going into this week to just being an efficient operating offense. And then defensively, effort, energy, effectiveness. Effort, energy, execution. All right. Effort, energy, execution, energy, effort, execution. You got to show up with some energy. You got to get some effort, and it'll lead to quality execution. I think that's the mantra, and that's the message I would send out to the defense. Schematically, ULM should not do anything against us offensively that we haven't seen over the past, 17 games under Kalen DeBoer now. So everybody on this defensive side of the ball has seen what ULM does or things that they can do at some point in time. In live reps, everybody on the defensive side of the ball, including my true freshmen that are expected to play, right? My true freshmen that are expected to play some heavy minutes, names like Landon Simmons, first-year players like Steve Bowler, Asaya Faga, QB Reese, expected to step in today and get some opportunities, right? Would love to see guys like Abdul Sanders Jr. get more opportunities today. We'd love to see Dijon Lee get an opportunity to get out there and continue to get his growth and experience. We'd love to see young Ivan Taylor get out there and get in the rotation in the safety room, especially after we saw Xavier Mincy kind of struggle last week. I think we will see a lot of depth, competitive type natured rotations being done in this game if everything goes to plan. If we come out and we execute, everybody putting their best foot forward, does his best foot forward look better than the person's best foot forward in front of him? And how do you determine that? Let's start on the offensive side. Offensively, of course, executing your assignment, but also doing it at full speed. There was a few plays last week where the wide receivers didn't fire off the ball to get downfield and block. Ryan Williams being one of them. Jalen Hill was in for a play where he didn't get downfield and block. Isaiah Horton was kind of, laid back and getting downfield and blocking on the run play. If we just see effort all the way through on run plays, I think that sets the tone. Everybody on every run play, everybody on the defense getting touched by somebody on the offense. Not just touched, but you making them know that you're there. Like, that has to be a mentality today. Offensive line has to be the focal point as far as development this week too. So how do you do that? You run the ball, Coach Grubb. I still truly have 100%, 110% confidence in Coach Grubb's expertise as an offensive play caller. But I do have to coincide with one thing about the narrative around Coach DeBoer and this offensive play calling with this staff. There is a different style of football, that a different brand of football being played in the SEC right now. And it's not necessarily run heavy, but your successful offenses have one phase of their run game that's dynamic, whether that's the perimeter, the interior, whether it's the counter, whether it's the RPO, whether it's the read option. They have a dynamic in their run game that allows them to be an elite offense. Alabama needs to find that and head towards that identity today. Everybody needs to have we need to have a good idea of what this offensive identity wants to be going into the rest of the season. I know Kalen DeBoer, and we asked this question last week, and we got a few good responses on it. We asked, does Kalen DeBoer select his quarterback, or does the staff call the offense based off the capabilities of the quarterback, or do they pick a quarterback that can do what the offensive capabilities are designed to? And if it's the first, where they're picking the system to match the quarterback, I think we're limited. I think we're limited for a while. Ty Simpson has to calm down. We saw him on some underthrows. We saw an overthrow. We've seen an efficient pass, not efficient. We've seen a safe passing game. I wouldn't say, and just because it's safe don't mean it's good, chat. Just because he played safe don't mean it was good. He didn't do anything to hurt us. Whoop-de-doo. But what did he do to help us win? Right? 7 drop passes definitely not going to help him win. So what does that mean? Wide receivers, when you have an opportunity, you have to catch the ball. Tight ends, the ball is hitting you in your hands. Catch the ball, man. And if Josh Quavers can't do it, I understand he's your senior guy. Get him out the game, coach. So going into this game, I want to see a lot of accountability. I would love to see, I don't care to see Kalen DeBoer yelling on the sideline. I don't care to see Ryan Grubb in the booth frustrated. I don't care to see Kane Womack on the sideline frustrated, or Freddie Roach, anybody. I don't care to see the coaches frustrated. What I would like to see is, if your first guy can't get it done, that's all we need to see. You see all this sideline down here, chat? There's so many players on that sideline during the game that show up and do the same thing at practice that these guys on the field are doing. Multiple guys at multiple positions that show up and do the same thing. Why do they not deserve a chance to showcase their dedication and display their effort? Right? So that's how you start off from a basis level. I look at this game and I look at the matchups, right? I look at the matchups and I say, what's the road to a dominant victory? What's the road to a dominant victory? Not just winning the game, like I said, is matters, but a lot of the fan base, a lot of the writers and everybody that covers college sports says Alabama needs a dominant victory. What's the road to dominant victory? We just talked about this. Establishing the run game. The run game is going to be key to the development of this team. We talked about the D-line rotation. We see Jeremiah Beaman and Tim Keenan are both gone. I knew that the depth of this D-line would be the most important thing for this group to really be successful on the defensive side. Well, on the offensive side, I think the depth of the offensive line is going to be important. This is clearly not a foolproof group. After last week, we saw some problems with Caden Proctor, and that's been a steady thing. I would love to see him kind of turn a corner today. I would love to see him turn a corner today. I don't care if it's ULM. Build off of something today. You need to turn a corner. All the high expectations are warranted. You came in as a highly touted prospect, And maybe we've waited too long to put you at guard, but this is your time to turn it around. I would love to see his effort. Another thing that was brought to my attention, man, do y'all really, I wonder what fans think when they post stuff like this. Like, I don't get it. Let me share this. Speaking of Caden Proctor, I wonder how else this young man is supposed to have his headphones on to keep drown out the noise for his warm-ups and stuff. And like, what is he supposed to use? What is he supposed to use? They talking about him having his phone in his hand, right? And he might be too big to put his phone in that little slip pocket. Y'all see them big old tree trunk legs? He might be too big. He don't even have his game cleats on out there, y'all. He's out there in warm-ups, t-shirts. He ain't got no pads on. He ain't taped up. He ain't got nothing taped. I mean, he's literally warming up, and people are tripping talking about Alabama soft because they letting players warm up with their phone in their hands. This ain't nothing but I'm gonna get my muscles activated. I'm about to wake up. I'm about to get some air flowing through my lungs. Like, I just want to get a feel for the field. I'm getting out here, getting the atmosphere. I'm testing the atmosphere. I want to try to be comfortable. My phone in my hand. Like, Alabama fans sent, retweeted this on some fair weather energy, talking about some. I mean, what's wrong with having your phone in your hand for warm-ups? Like, what you think? What do you think they be playing in their headphones? You think they just wear noise cancellation headphones? Like, that junk don't work for everybody. Y'all some goofy. So I want to see Caden Proctor turn around so we can kill stupid narratives like this. Stupid narratives like this. And I think it was a Iowa Hawkeye fan that posted the original post, but then you had the Dalton. Why you keep typing Triple H? You know it's Triple A, like alphabet A, the first letter in the alphabet, Dawson. I've been wondering why is he? Yeah, catch the ball, man. What's up, MJ? Good to see everybody in chat. I'm sorry, y'all know I be getting in here and getting the rambling and stuff. Shout out to the 26 in the chat. Continue running likes up on the stream, man. We had 16 likes. We need 9 more likes to get to our 25 like goal. Thank y'all for being here on the live. What's up, Hollywood Studio 19? He said you going to the game, Smook? Hey, that's the plan, man. You know, I little sickness this weekend, but this week, so I'm kind of hesitant to move around before I get around big crowds before I get fully healthy. So I'm gonna see how I feel after I eat this morning. Gotta cut grass, go for a jog and all that stuff. So we'll see how I feel, because the game is later tonight, so I don't have to leave as early. Shout out to everybody in the chat on YouTube. Continue to run the likes up over there on YouTube. TikTok, continue to tap the screen. Antonio, don't be laughing at me. You know I'm a fool. And Instagram, continue to react to the screen. Also, Facebook, I see y'all too, man. Appreciate the 3 reactions. We got 2 heart reactions from Richard and Iran. Then we got Christian Ballard over on Facebook dropping a like on the stream. I appreciate you, Christian, for tapping in. We got about 5 more minutes before we open the phone lines up. What's up, Drake? Good to see you, man. My guy, Dre, I see you. Roll time, my guy. But so what's the road to a dominant victory? We got to figure out what we're going to be at the left tackle position. And I think the road to that is, if Caden Proctor's not giving us the production or the effectiveness and the consistency that we need, there needs to be a shuffle at the tackle position. And I would not mind Jaden Roberts going back out to right tackle and then figuring out who's the best fit at left tackle, whether it's Wilkin Formby floating to that side, whether it's Michael Carroll, Jackson Lloyd, one of those young guys stepping up. But I think you have to figure out what the left tackle position is going to be. And we need to find which side of the offensive line is going to be our run dominant side. A side of the ball where when you run behind them, you know it's going to demand attention. If it's even, we're winning. If they don't have enough, if they don't overload it, and we can't counter off of it, if it can't be a threat, then we need to figure out who's our best running combination or running trio to run behind when we talk about the left or the right side of the offensive line. It's not in the passing game. It's not in the quarterback playing better. It's establishing who the best 5 is on the offensive line and establishing this run game. The running game is how you get to dominance on the offensive side. That's the easiest fix, Ryan Grubb. Get on the ball. 35 touches, 35 handoffs today. No less. We should be at 35 handoffs today. And if our yard per carry average isn't 4.8 or better, that means we're not doing something right. So I look for the run game to be a part of the road to dominance. Secondly, on the defensive side, effort, execution. We kept talking about this all week. Effort and execution. That's how you get to the dominant victory against a team like ULM, who's going to take their shots. They have nothing to lose. They are 1-0. They are not like us. They not like us. They back not against the wall. They ain't got no pressure. They coming in as the underdog against a team that just the Alabama team that just lost to Florida State. National media attention all around them. They got an opportunity to make a storyline for themselves if they beat us. So yes, expect some crazy plays. If you watch the live game simulation, you see they started early. They hit a few explosive plays early. Can't have that against Bama in this game. Can't have that for the next 2 games. We're at home this week and next week against Wisconsin. ULM got to make a statement. I would love to start the season off with a shutout at home. Let's see how many games we can go. And not allow points at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Let's make that a goal. All right. So that's my main road to victory. My two points to get the road to victory. Our third point on special teams. Last week we saw some quality special teams coverage on punt return and kickoff. Right. Want to see some return game and that's not necessarily on the players. Right. We didn't have no muff fumbles or anything in the rain. Ball security is priority number 1 when you have adverse weather, or you have inclement weather. Ball security is number 1. Hopefully the weather stays clear today so that tonight we can see a lot more efficient receiving, right? That's in special teams, but also on the offensive side. And that doesn't affect these players' ability to stay focused and complete plays and execute on today. So those are my 3 main keys to victory. Number 1, offensively, let's establish the run game. Number 2, defensively, energy and effort. Those are the 2 main things for today's game. It's not a schematic thing today. It's an internal thing for this locker room, for this program today. And number 3, special teams. If the weather holds up, can we see some explosive special teams plays? We'd love to see that. All right. So that's our roads to victory. Now, before we jump into the phone line, y'all, let's get into our college football pick'em. I like to get into this and kind of discuss the games of the week, man. Games of the week, college football pick'em. I like this because last week we was way off with a few of these last week, and I'm gonna pull them up and see if I can. No, I can't pull it up from last week, so we'll go ahead and get this week 2 submitted first. We'll get week 2 picks in, and then we'll talk about last week's picks. So let's go ahead and open the tab up now, and I'm gonna adjust the screen real quick. I'm gonna see. Can I switch something up? Can y'all see that really good? I don't like how StreamYard does this for the view, man. Hopefully y'all can see that pretty good. I'm gonna adjust this view right here to look like that right there, and hopefully y'all can see it good. So looking at the matchups for this week, man. Week 2, this is week 2 of college football pick'em. If you didn't pick week 1, you're missing out, man. You're missing out on a chance to win an easy $100,000. Now, I probably ain't gonna win it because I picked 3 games wrong last week. So we'll go back and check that out at a later time. Probably during the watch party, we'll look at the picks. But today, matchups, man. Got some good matchups today. Iowa State and Iowa. This game is a rivalry. Y'all know this game usually has some crazy stuff going on. I just think Iowa State, after what they did against Kansas State week 1, and then turn around last week and followed it up offensively, Iowa State might have a solid offense to compete in the Big Ten this year. I think, is it Big 12? They're in the Big 12. Is Iowa State in the Big 12? Yeah, they're in the Big 12. I think Iowa State might have an offense to compete in the Big 12 this year. So, early season stuff that they're showing, I mean, not a high power offense. They're able to pass the ball and they're scoring points the first 2 weeks of the season, something they didn't do last year. Iowa's still not a team that's put together to really score. Defensively, they're solid up front. I just don't see their secondary being able to compete with Iowa State in their receiving course. So I took Iowa State in this one. I got Syracuse against UConn. Syracuse lost to Tennessee to open the season, a good Tennessee team, but they played a solid game. Offensively is going to be where they get to figure it out this week against UConn. UConn is sneaky fast, though. on the offensive side. They might hit you a few times over top if you're not playing discipline. But I got Syracuse pulling that one out. Illinois and Duke. What's up, Ballard? Good to see you. Ballard, can I get you on the phone line? I'll stop this segment right now because this is the segment I want to bring you in on. Could you call the phone line? And I want to get I want to have you come in, and if so, I'll go ahead and go to a commercial break, y'all, and we'll get Ballard in on the phone line. That's who I want to dive in and talk about these games here, these college pick'ems. All right, bet. I'm gonna hit you up. All right, chat. Change it in program, y'all. Y'all stick around. We got the college football pick'em up next. We got college football pick'em up next. Ballard, call the phone line for me, 334-625-1121, 334-625-1121. We're going to run to a little infomercial break and get ready to set up for the college football pick'em segment. Y'all tap in right quick. Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community. And also, there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel. Talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips, the perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Hey, make sure y'all give it up for our special guest happening. Last minute notice. This is something that we talked about doing. I know schedule's been busy, man, but y'all welcome to the show, man. None other than my brother, man. We've been rocking for a minute now, probably 2 years now, Bradley. About 2.5 years now?
I don't know how long it's been, Coach. At least 1 year, right? I've known you for a little while, but we've been communicating back and forth and on the show and everything, but it's good, man. Yeah. And I got about 29 minutes before I got to be clocked in at work. I'm just sitting in the parking lot, but I got you, man. For sure, man. Hey, look, I'm glad I caught you, and hopefully this is something we can do every Saturday morning. Maybe we catch you before you go into work on Saturday and get your picks of the day. So, chat, welcoming Ballard Sports Media, my brother Christian Ballard. If y'all aren't following his YouTube channel, it is right here in the chat. I'm posting the link right here. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe, man. He's almost at 3K subscribers. He's been putting in work, man. We've been trying to get past his 3K threshold that what they say 3K is where people go and stay. But we ain't trying to go and stay at 3K. So y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my brother's channel. The link is in our chat.
over here on YouTube and on Twitch and on Kick. If you're on the other platforms, you should be able to see the link in your chat. But Christian, man, good to hear from you, man. Glad you in here today. Couple of big games this weekend. We got a little pick'em lineup from ESPN, and I want your thoughts and your expertise, man. You're pretty good at this stuff here. So let's get into it, man. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so I already did Iowa State, Syracuse. I did the Iowa State game, the Syracuse game, and the Illinois game is what we was about to get started on. But I'm going to go back up. Let me get your Iowa State pick and what you see coming out of that game, brother.
Well, I mean, if it's anything like we usually see nowadays with this Cy-Hawk rivalry, it's probably going to be low scoring 10-6 or something like that. You know, it's funny because, well, I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't know. I think this is one of those rivalry games, and for rivalry games, it's like you just never know what you're going to get. I have seen improvement. I like Iowa State to win, but I will say, shout out to Uncle Lou, the Georgia YouTuber. I made a bet with him in the off season about Iowa. Taking the over on their win total is like 7.5. I went bold and took the over, but I don't think this is one of the games they could win. I just think Iowa State's a really good team.
Right.
I think Iowa's a good team too, but Iowa State's on a roll here, especially a couple weeks ago with a big win over K-State in Ireland. So this is in Ames this year, I believe. So I got to roll with the Cyclones.
I said the same thing, man. I went with Iowa State. I just think they've done enough offensively to improve and make themselves an actual competitor in the Big 12 this year. And I mean, I saw it in week 1 against Kansas State, who I believe has one of the better defenses in that conference, right? And yes, it was week 1, but they were able to capitalize and make plays that they can build off of. And it may not be an elite offense at Iowa State, but it is offense that can keep some balance for their defense, which is still legit at Iowa State. So I'm right there with you with the Iowa State pick. Syracuse and UConn, man. UConn coming off of 1-0, their first win of the season last week. Not necessarily something that they want to brag about, but a different beast coming into this Syracuse game. Syracuse, got their favorite, the -260, their favorite to win this one. I got Syracuse coming in and just kind of rebounding after a tough loss to Tennessee last week. This is a program that I think is really going to be competitive in the ACC. As the years go by, Syracuse continuing to build. They're doing something in that program. If you look at how they played Tennessee, man, it almost looks as if they're one of the lower level SEC schools right now.
Yeah, this will be a really fun game to watch with Syracuse and UConn. 6.5 point spread. I would take Syracuse to win and cover that. I think it could be a close game. It could be a battle throughout the game, but I think in that fourth quarter, being at home and just having the home crowd behind them, Syracuse offense could go off. You know, even though they lost to Tennessee last week, 26 points was pretty good. Credit to Tennessee for improved defense, and the offense for them looked pretty good.
Yeah. Tennessee with Joey looked real good on it.
Yeah, Syracuse, interestingly, one of their last 5 games was UConn, and they were able to win 31-24. So UConn kept it close last year, and if Syracuse is improved this year, I would expect it could be a close game. But, I mean, I love Syracuse this year, man. I'm high on them, and I don't know about a score prediction, but I would say take the points with Syracuse here.
100%, man. 6.5 over and under is 57.5. I think this could be a 34-28, 34-24 type game, Syracuse way. Being that Syracuse is at home, it's a early game in the evening. I think these are the games that they really get up for, and they take advantage of that. I mean, just recently, in recent history, they've taken advantage of these moments, these type of games here early in the season. So Tennessee, they didn't really drop the ball against Tennessee. I think they went into that one as the underdog. They played it close. They played it tight. And they actually looked like a quality team in that loss. I know that's hard to say in a loss, but they didn't just get manhandled. This is a Tennessee team that's probably going to have one of your better defenses in the SEC this year. So yeah, and shout out to Pastor B tapping in on YouTube, man. Roll Tide, Pastor B, good to see you in the chat, man. Roll Tide. Listen, the phone line will be open here in about 5 minutes, man. We about to get through these college football pick'ems this morning. Thank y'all for tapping in. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in, chat. Illinois and Duke, man. This is one that I think is going to be interesting. I initially had Illinois marked because I love what they're doing defensively. I think they're rebounding offensively last year after a few sparks in some games last year. We saw, they were getting some national attention about their offensive production last year in a few games. I don't see it being a consistent thing this year, but I do think that Duke is getting better, bro. And I think they will compete in the ACC this year. Maybe not a number 3 or number 4 team, but they will be one of those teams where you show up. They'll be kind of like the Kentucky or the Vanderbilts or the Ole Miss for the SEC. I feel like that's what Duke is for the ACC. But in this game, with it being hosted, I think Duke is actually at home. Are they at home? Let me see.
They are.
That's what I'm saying. This could be a close game. I still think Illinois pulls it off because of their defensive presence and what they're doing defensively up front. But I think this game might get interesting, and I might end up regretting not going with my gut feeling and picking Duke, but I'm going with Illinois.
I'm only going to pick Illinois because I think that's who's going to win, but I would love an upset here for Duke. I'm pulling for them.
Me too.
But at the same time, I want to be right on my college football pickups on ESPN. So I guess I'm going to roll with Illinois.
Me too.
I just think they're the better team. I think they're the better team.
I think they're the more complete team. And I think, you know what? I'm going to go against you this time just because I feel it in my gut, man. Not go against you because I don't see that Illinois is the better team. But this is week 2 of college football. I could honestly look at the rosters from Florida State and Alabama and say, I feel like Alabama has a better roster. Well, we saw what happened last week. I can honestly look at that roster and say, look at Texas and Ohio State roster and look at the names and be like, hey, this game should have went this way, but that Texas-Ohio State game didn't go anything like we expect. So college football has changed up on me. I feel like Duke has done enough, to stay competitive. Being at home, it might just give them the balance, kind of like what Florida State did. I don't think Florida State comes to T-Town and shows up like they did last week. It changes the whole dynamic. So I'm going to be the one. I'm going to pick my first upset of the day. And I'm going to go with Duke. I'm gonna pick Duke to get that first upset just because I feel it. Not because of any schematics or anything. They're not better than Illinois. I just feel like this is the type of game where a team like Duke going up against a number 11 ranked Illinois, this is probably some of the highest rankings in Illinois. Top 15. They haven't seen top 15 since 2022. So it shapes up for a good one. So we'll see. We'll be able to talk about this one a little bit later tonight on the call-in show. Baylor SMU. I truly think Baylor gave Auburn the most, I guess, the biggest confidence boost you could think of with their defense that showed up last week against Auburn. And I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to SMU's offense for the past, let's say, 5 years now. And it's been even crazier since 2023. But Rhett Lashley and that SMU squad, man, they're a high-power offense, and I don't think Baylor is going to be ready for it. I got SMU pulling this one out big. I think SMU might drop a 50-burger on Baylor tonight.
Dang.
I do. I think SMU has way too much team speed. I don't think Baylor's quarterback is going to be, confident going into SMU. That's another game that's on the road. Where I think the whole team is just really going to handle it. So I got SMU big against Baylor.
I don't know. I mean, I think the smart choice would be to pick SMU, but I think the only thing keeping me from picking SMU is, and you might have to research this for me, but like, when's the last time Baylor started 0-2? I mean, it has been a little while. They could have some tough openers and like bounce back. I really don't know who to pick. So, I mean, I think I'll go with SMU. I think it's a smart bet, but it wouldn't surprise me if Baylor played spoiler here. I do like Sawyer Robertson. I think he's a pretty good quarterback. Thought he had the offense had a good game against Auburn, but that defense is really suspect right now.
Yeah. And I think Auburn's defense,
is suspect too, especially in the secondary. They gave up what 400 passing yards. I think SMU's strength is in their secondary. Baylor's run game, I don't think it's dynamic enough to. SMU has a solid team. They're not going to get overextended in any area of what's being asked for against Baylor, right? Defensive line is not going to be overextended, I don't believe. Trying to get pressure on the quarterback, you got quality secondary guys that cover good in the secondary. Your running game offensively, I don't think you get out of sorts trying to run the ball for SMU. And then I like what was it Kevin Jennings, the quarterback at SMU? I like what he does. Yes, I just like what he does to continue to make plays. They got a couple receivers that high volume guys. You know, if Jennings could let the ball go 6 or 7 more times in a game, I think we see a lot more productive numbers for his passing. But an efficient passer, the interception he threw last week came off of a tip. You know, so both quarterbacks not scared to let it go. Just one team having better assets available. I got SMU in that one. And I know I said I got them big. The spread right now, and this is how you know I'm not looking at Vegas or anything to give me my indications. Like I actually watched these boys play last week. The spread right now, I believe, is 2.5. Oh, yeah. Wow. They playing at home. SMU playing at home in Dallas. So yeah, the line is SMU -2.5. So they expecting SMU to win a close one by 3. I expect them to win big, and I'm talking like 18 points. 18 points. They hang 50 points.
I could see their offense go off. I'll take SMU. Final answer. I'll take SMU. I'm gonna say I'll go by 14. I guess I could see 38-24 or something.
That's what I was saying. I was looking at like 52-38 SMU, 52-31 SMU, something like that. You get what I'm saying? Like,
so you're a little bit higher on SMU's offense than I am.
Yeah.
As far as you think they really go off
against Baylor, I do. Yeah. I truly do. I think against Baylor they have an opportunity to be like, wow, this is a crazy high-powered offense because it's Baylor. Baylor just let Jackson Arnold look like a Heisman contending quarterback last week with just using his legs. And I think he threw 19 passes, if that many. Like that's a problem for me when it comes to Baylor. So yeah. Next game, man, North Carolina State, Virginia. I got North Carolina State in that tough, hard-nosed defense, just holding it down against Virginia this game, man. And the offense did not look bad. They weren't explosive last year, but I think they have enough to really just kind of solidify themselves at home, holding it down. This crowd usually is pretty solid split. Being in Raleigh, you know, Virginia, they come down from is it Blacksburg, Vicksburg, Virginia? I can't remember which where Virginia comes from.
Blacksburg, I don't know which one it is, but Blacksburg is Virginia Tech.
Okay.
Anyways.
Okay, so yeah, I think this will be a solid crowd for both sides. But that North Carolina State defensive front, the front seven is aggressive and they get to the ball. I don't think Virginia Tech has enough in the passing game to really stretch North Carolina State, and that allows them to stay within that wheelhouse, be at home, run the ball, be physical. North Carolina State wins a close one. And when I say close, I'm saying like 28-18, 28-20, something like that. I just don't think Virginia be able to score enough touchdowns to be in this game. They might get some field goals in the red zone, but I don't think they'll score enough touchdowns in this game to really win it. So I got North Carolina State. What about you, brother?
I got NC State too. I think Virginia defensively, they always look pretty good. I've always got questions about their offense, but I just think NC State's a better team, and I expect them to have a more complete game.
100%. Next game, this one's a surprise, man, and a lot of people were surprised that this team is getting a lot of accolades in the SEC, but I said this would be their saving grace if they was to compete in the SEC this year, and that's Missouri versus Kansas. And a lot of people are sleeping on Kansas this year for some reason. I don't know. Kansas has been a growing product over the last, maybe 2 or 3 seasons now, and they're recruiting well. They really tried to get active in securing the state of Kansas in their recruiting. but they've also hit the portal and got some quality guys. They've sent 2 or 3 guys to the NFL the last few years. So Kansas at Missouri is going to be a good one. I think right now with the amount of picks that's going into this game, Missouri is favored being at home. But I'm telling y'all, do not be surprised if this comes down to a fourth quarter game where the team that makes the least amount of mistakes, both quarterbacks in a position to really start to separate themselves. And we know Daniels is kind of solidified as a quarterback through 7 touchdowns. It has thrown a total of 7 touchdowns this season. So want to see what he's going to continue to do. But Prabula over at Missouri, he looked real confident last week. Wasn't dynamic, but he just looked confident. And we know Missouri and Drinkwitz, they will dial it up. They always find receivers that pop out. So I look for this game to be a pretty evenly matched game. I got Missouri pulling it out at home, though. Missouri's defense looked fast last week. They looked very fast last week. And we know Missouri has been kind of like the undertone physical team of the SEC for a while now. They just never have had depth. They got some speed on that physicality now. I think Missouri might be a problem for Kansas in that aspect, and the very thing that I think would save Kansas usually. The quarterback play is going to be the thing that hurts them because of Missouri's aggressiveness. I got Missouri pulling this one out at home.
I'm going to go against you here. I'm going to go with the Jayhawks, man. Jalen Daniels, I think, is one of the more underrated quarterbacks in college football. Not so much. I mean, if you're in Big 12 country, he's probably not that underrated. He's talked about 5.5 point spread. Missouri, they are at home, 64% chance. I understand the tough environments of the SEC. I expect this to be a good game. I think it comes down to and don't forget, Coach, Emmanuel Henderson over at Kansas used to be with us at Alabama. He's pretty darn good. I'll give him that. I hate that he left us. I hate that it didn't work out, but he's a baller, and I feel like he could be a difference maker when you look at it. Now, I do trust Missouri's defense more, but I feel like this is going to be who can put up the most productive points, yards, just who can ball out offensively. I got Kansas.
You got Kansas. Okay. I like that. I like the matchup you even said about Kansas wide receiver core. Adding Henderson didn't make them any more explosive. I think they just got a little bit more of a depth situation to where they have Kansas has the type of receiver that they want for their offense. And I think Henderson fits that for what he brings. And they have more depth as far as the type of receiver that they have available. All right, let's get through these last 3, man. West Virginia over Ohio. That's an easy pick. I think we all see West Virginia handling that.
Rich rod, baby.
Yeah, I mean that's an easy one. I'm gonna skip over Michigan and Oklahoma. We're gonna say that one for last. Mississippi State, Arizona State. I think this is an interesting one. I see a lot of people taking Arizona State for this game. I'm gonna be on the opposite side of this one, man. I think Mississippi State early season with the defense that they put on the field last week, the offense that the shots that they was taking last week, you could tell it was a lot of week 1 jitters in their game last week. But I think Mississippi State might come out and beat Arizona State and give the SEC something to talk about as far as shutting down all these other conferences and the noise that they're talking about, you know. And I'm a believer that college football is becoming a lot more even playing field, but there's still certain things that the SEC ball play requires that other conferences just shouldn't be able to claim. And this is a chance for Mississippi State to prove that. And the matchup predictor actually has it a lot closer than what the fan picks are. It's a 45-54 split between Mississippi State and Arizona. Arizona State favored to win by a slight margin. But I look at the makeup of these teams, man. You got a lot of what's his name? What's the quarterback's name at Arizona? Sean Leavitt. Is it Shane Leavitt or Sam Leavitt? You got a lot of similarities in styles of play and contrast between Sam Leavitt and Blake Shapen over there at Mississippi State. You get one of these guys making mistakes early, your game goes downhill from that. My question comes down, who has the better defense? Mississippi State secondary is one of the better ones, even in their down year last year. You better go look at the pass defense efficiency last year. Their run defense was horrible, but their passing coverage, they had some of the best in the country. So I'm taking Mississippi State to hold this one down, man, and go into hold it down at home. They get to celebrate in Starkville. Y'all know it's like Las Vegas out there, you know. So let's see what happens tonight in that matchup. What's your thoughts on the Mississippi State Arizona State matchup tonight?
Hail State, baby. Let's roll with it. I'm with you. I'm not doing this because of SEC bias or anything, although I am a little favorite here for Mississippi State. Go check out Mississippi State live at the Voice of College Football with Mark Rogers over there. Me and Andrew Miller break it down each Monday, and he does the post game. I probably won't be able to do it tonight with him. I told him he could just stick to that, but we do 2 shows a week. I don't expect Mississippi State to be a world beater or anything this year, but I do like them in this game. I think it could set the tone and be one of those upsets for a team like Mississippi State that it just kind of changes their direction a little bit. I think if Chapin's healthy, he could be a really good quarterback for them. You got Devon Booth and Fluff Bothwell, got some good running backs. And honestly, man, even though we talked about Sam Levitt last year and they might have a receiver back or two, let's be honest about Arizona State, man. It was all Cam Scatterbo, who's now he's with the Giants now, so he's gone. So I'm not saying they lost their offense. Well, I guess I kind of am. I mean, they just – I don't want to say they're young and inexperienced, but I have a feeling it's not going to be what it was last year because they lost Scatterbo.
Scatterbo is one of those players, and we see what he's doing in the NFL.
Right.
He's not just a fly-by-night white guy, you know, like that randomly. This guy put in work, right? He can really change the landscape of what your offense does because he's a strong receiver out the backfield, and he can run the ball very decisive in his running game, and he has some breakaway speed. So when you take that from an offense, you see Boise State. Like literally, you see that from Boise State when you got a guy that really impacts every phase of your offensive production or your offensive execution. In that facet, you see Boise State. Boise State look lost. They look like a child that, you know, got left on the front porch and, you know, got passed off to the next neighbor. That's what Boise State looked like this year. I don't think Arizona looks that bad because of the wide receivers that they bring back, but I do think the run game suffers heavily, trying to depend on Sam Levitt to create with his legs. If that's what you're going to do, I don't think that lasts against a team with the defense like Mississippi State. And like I said, I like Mississippi State secondary. I can't say that they improved a lot on the front. I didn't watch it close enough to see, but I will be watching it today. So
for sure, man.
Hail State.
I got 4 minutes before I got to clock in. So
give me a Bama take.
Well, yeah. I still want to pick the other games, though, real quick. We could rapid fire those if you want, and I'll get my Bama take.
Bet that. So we got Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech. What you got? I got Vanderbilt on that one.
I got Pavia, man. I know he beat us last year, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be interesting for Tech, though. I think they have a good season, but an 0-2 start here. I like Vandy's offense to get the job done.
Yeah. Vandy. All right, Oklahoma, Michigan is the big game of the weekend this weekend. You know, we got a brother, Hall of Fame, Jason Watkins. I think Michigan comes into Norman and upsets Oklahoma. I already said my take. Give me your thoughts, Michigan, Oklahoma.
This is the big game here in Norman. I keep thinking it was in Ann Arbor, but I'm seeing it here. It's in Norman. Believe it's a home and home. It is a tough game to pick. I'm going to take – give me Oklahoma to get it done, but a close game.
Okay.
And if I had to pick a score, I'm looking I don't know, 30 – let's go 35-28.
All right. Look, so we in the same ballpark as far as the score. I just think I think the offense is a lot. So you gave, I think my score was 38-31 Oklahoma. I mean, 38-31 Michigan. 38-31 Michigan pulling out. I think the defenses end up getting punched in the mouth, and we see a kind of a shootout. 30 points apiece don't seem like a shootout, but that's That's 5 scores a piece for each offense. That's a lot of offense when you're talking about teams getting the average, 2 possessions a quarter, maybe 3 possessions. Defenses getting beat up or giving up third downs. 5-6 scores on each side of the ball is pretty huge. So I got Michigan for the upset. Now, game of the day, Alabama versus ULM. Give me your thoughts on the breakdown. How do we get into this game and come out with a win for the Crimson Tide? Christian, talk to me.
All right, real quick. For those that are saying that Ty Simpson needs to be benched, shut up and watch him cook today, man. I think that obviously it's a weaker opponent than Florida State. I think Florida State got us napping a bit. I think we wake up, we get energized. It's been a long week. I think we go into this game and we win pretty big over ULM. It's not going to look – I'm not going to say it's not going to look good on the resume, but it doesn't phase the committee or nothing. But I think we go out there and we ball. I'm going to say 52 points for the Tide, and I say we give up – I'm probably being generous here. I think our defense will be good, but I'm going to give ULM 10. I'm going to say 52-10. We get it rolling with Ryan Williams, with Bernard, with Ty Simpson. You got guys on defense, too, all the way around. They get the job done, man. I'm going to say we get some fumbles, interceptions, stuff like that.
100%. Well, Christian, I ain't going to hold you up, man. You got to get to that money. Go ahead, clock in, and do what you got to do, bro. I appreciate you for stopping through on the Coach Smook kickoff calling show, man, and sharing your expertise on these picks. Y'all give it up for Christian Ballard in the chat, man. All right, man. Roll Tide, Christian. Appreciate you, bro.
See y'all. All right.
Yes, sir. Hey, Christian Ballard in chat. Christian Ballard of Christian Ballard Sports Media, man. Ballard Sports Media. I keep saying Christian Ballard Sports Media. It's definitely Ballard Sports Media. Appreciate you for tapping in, and also he's one of the personnel on the staff at Voice of College Football, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all tap in and continue to support the network over there. Alabama at the Voice of College Football is part of the Voice of College Football network. So y'all continue to tap in. Jason, welcome in. Shy 3, welcome in. I seen y'all in the chat during the phone call. Just didn't want to interrupt the phone call. We was on borrowed time. He said, Smook, dang, I mixed that out. Yeah, man, you got to tap in. So we got about 15 minutes left on the show. We got the Talk Your Talk calling segment up next. Right after this infomercial, man, y'all tap in. We got our picks in today. We got, let me go over my picks today. Again, Iowa State over Iowa, Syracuse over UConn, Duke over Illinois for the upset. That's first upset of the day. SMU big over Baylor in my book. North Carolina State over Virginia. Defense holds up. Missouri over Kansas. I think Missouri's defense kind of disrupts Kansas' growing offense. Kansas will be good throughout the season. I just think they're meeting a match with the Missouri defense, and the Missouri offense at home should be able to be comfortable. West Virginia over Ohio for a big win. Mississippi State to upset Arizona State. I like the secondary to go against this quarterback receiver duo of receiver tandem of Arizona State, and I like Mississippi State's front to start to develop this game against Arizona in their front. Vanderbilt over Virginia Tech. I think Vanderbilt has done a good job in retaining a lot of guys from last year, and that system is hard to cover. Virginia Tech defensively has always played fast and tough. They played tough against South Carolina for a little while. I just don't think they are able to last 2 SEC opponents back-to-back like this. So, and then the big game of the day, Michigan at Oklahoma. I got Michigan going in and getting an upset, 38-31 over Oklahoma. And that's my picks for today. So once we get back, we're going to open the phone lines. Y'all get ready to dial in on the phone line, man. Tap in. Give your thoughts on today's matchups, whether it's Alabama versus ULM, what you want to see. Give me your thoughts. Give me your comments. Give some conversation here on the Coach Smook Network. We'll be right back after this infomercial break.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
You talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take us a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
All right, y'all, let's get it. We got 15 minutes, man. Rapid fire, talk your talk, calling segment 334-625-1121 here on the Coach Smook Network. Y'all call in, share your thoughts on today's college football games, man. Hopefully we get some people calling in. I know it's early Saturday morning. A lot of people just rolling over. A lot of people saying they didn't get the notification. So just so y'all know, we doing 7:30 kickoff show every Saturday. We said we was going to do 8. We moved it up 30 minutes because I like to watch College Game Day. I like to get in there and watch Coach Saban and the guys go at it. So that's why we, and that's just out of respect for my ritual and how I got to do things for these weekends. Now we get on a national stage where we on somebody's schedule. I got another phone and all this other stuff happening behind the scenes so I could stay in tune with all that stuff while I'm doing this show and covering. So thank y'all for tapping in. Don't forget, run the likes up when you come in. If you want to be a co-sponsor on today's stream, we're accepting all direct donations, all super chats. Everything that you can do to support the network to help keep growing monetarily, we greatly appreciate it. What up, Ernest? Good to see you, man. Roll Tide. Phone line is open, 334-625-1121. Again, that's 334-625-1121. Call in, say your name, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Wait, that's not the right one. Look at Mary J. got all this squared away stuff up here. My stuff don't look like this on my banner. There you go. Call in, say your name, and put me in the game, Coach Smook. There we go. Let me move this one down here so I don't mess with. All right, here we go. Stop moving so fast. All right, the show. Yeah, go ahead and call in 334-625-1121. Talk Your Talk call-in segment is here on the Coach Smook Network. Give me your thoughts. So I gave my thoughts on the Alabama ULM game, what it's going to take to win. I want to hear your thoughts. Gave my thoughts on some of the big games of the week. We got some other matchups that I didn't talk about that are going to be interesting to watch. I think a lot of people are kind of downplaying some of these games here. Don't sleep. And I'm going to go down and go through this list again. You got Georgia State at Memphis. That's going to be a good game to watch. Georgia State Memphis at Georgia State. Georgia State hosting Memphis. Georgia State is on the up and up. When I talk about young programs or small programs that's starting to develop some type of recruiting, talent pool and retraining, like getting some big name recruits. Georgia State signed a couple 3-star and 4-star guys into their 25 class under Coach Dale McGee that might have his team getting in some good matchups over the next few years, the next 2 or 3 years to come. And y'all gonna be talking about Coach Smook talking about Georgia State upsetting his team, 2 years ago. Yeah, it's happening. That's what college football is becoming because of NIL and portal. So appreciate the 26 likes on the stream too, man. I appreciate y'all. Listen, what I don't want to do today, I don't want to hold up the line, man. I don't want to hold up the line. So if we don't have nobody trying to call in, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But the phone line is open 334-625-1121. I do want to get these clips posted of this week's calling segment, and then also everybody that I was supposed to be linking up with. We're supposed to be on the phone here at 9:30 to discuss if we're moving this week or next week to give you all some on-campus coverage with the Coach Smook Network. So continue to run the likes up as we finish out this show. Ern, it's good to see you. Melvin, good morning, Coach Smook. Roll Tide. Good morning to you, Melvin. Good to see you in the chat, my brother. Welcome in, man. Thank you for tapping in. Y'all know this is nothing but vibes over this side, man. 334-625-1121. What I was about to look at. Oh, yeah, Georgia State. And like I said, Georgia State and Memphis is going to be a good one. Another game, man. Another game. We kind of talked about UConn and Syracuse. We talked about Duke and Illinois being a good one to watch. And there's other teams that you just want to watch just to see how they look, see how dominant they look against their cupcake opponents. Ohio State being able to host Grambling, that's going to be really interesting to watch. 301, call back 301. As a matter of fact, I missed the phone call. I'm sorry, y'all. You can call back now. All right, there we go. Oh, that's not my fault. It was the connection. All right, 334-625-1121. You can call back now and get back on the line. East Tennessee at Tennessee. I want to see Tennessee offense and see what they do again this week. Joey Aguilar looked really good against Syracuse last week. Oregon at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State at Oregon. I don't know what people are talking about. Oklahoma State don't have none, but some people feel like this might be a game to watch. Phone number on the line.
Call from
Alex. Put me in the game, coach.
To accept, press 1.
Yo, what's up, Alex? You in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man. How you feeling this morning?
What's going on, coach?
Man, listen, man. Look, you see I'm struggling over here because I ain't got Mary J. Don't act like you don't see the difference. But I'm doing good, man. We trying to get through this show this morning. How you feeling this morning, brother?
Oh, man, not too bad. Got, nice day, college football today.
Yes, sir.
Can't complain.
Yeah, look. Yeah, you already know, man. Can't complain. This is the best time of year, especially for us grown fellas out here, man. We be struggling throughout the whole year. No football, and for 6 months of the year. That's unheard of. That should be against the law. First of all, let's get some laws in place that college football should be extended to year round, right? We need to find maybe we do like is it soccer that does it? They take like a 3-week break for the players to go and play for their national teams, and we need to do that for football, where we take like a month break for spring training, then get back to like a preseason. Like the NFL, get 4 weeks of preseason, then take a break, get fall camp, and then get into the season. I think we'll see a lot of. I'm just playing. I think that's too much on the body. But how you feeling this morning? Talk to me, man. What's going on with your college football picks? Your thoughts on the Alabama game today? All that good stuff.
All right. So I might be the only one in this mindset for the Alabama game. This week, great. Let's get through it. Next 3 weeks, we need to see more effort. Where I'm looking at, Vandy is, I think, our next real test for the rest of the season. And I'm not saying Georgia's not going to be a test. That's obviously going to be a big game. But over the last 2 years, the thing that has killed us is a mobile quarterback. Vandy is the next team with a true mobile quarterback. And I think if we can show in that Vandy game that we have made the proper adjustments needed to play against the mobile quarterback, I think the rest of our season looks much better. And I know everyone's, panicking right now. Oh my God, we lost to FSU. Season's over. Fired DeBoer. All that. Nah. Let's get through these next few games. Let's see how we play against Vandy. Let's see how the rest of the season's actually gonna play out.
100%, man. I'm right there with you. I think you laugh at a lot of my fair weather call outs, man. I don't call out people that talk football when it comes to these players. Anybody that said anything about this team's effort, oh man, you've had my 100% support. But like you said, that fired DeBoer stuff and week one, Tommy Castellanos, because of what he did against Alabama, he might not look like the same quarterback the rest of the season. He put his best game on display, and we allowed it to look like something special because of our lack of effort. It's not anything that he did special. He didn't do anything special, chat. He just went out there and did what he did. We didn't play him as if he was a football player. It's like we showed up and expected him to just be who he was without any resistance. You got to provide resistance to get players to get off their platform. So, like you said, if this team show up today with just any type of effort, we get through this game, get through Wisconsin game. We got a bye week going into Georgia. Effort and efficiency, effective execution is going to be the kind of the measuring stick I'm looking at for this team. I could care less about what the play call is. I want to see effort, regardless if it's a bad play call. If it's a bad play call, I shouldn't see our guys on their ass, after the play call. Put somebody else on their ass after the play call. We might lose a yard or two on the run play, but let's make sure 3 of our offensive linemen got 3 bodies on the ground. Let's make sure our wide receivers are engaged with their blocks and out on the perimeter. And you just got a better defensive play being made at that point in time. Or, same thing you could say for the defense. If we're going to miss tackles, make sure it's because we're blowing up the wrong gap. We got 6 guys in the backfield, and the play is going the opposite way because we dialed in on this dynamic blitz and just caught it at the wrong time. Let's not miss it because you got 4 guys in on a tackle and nobody can get the guy down until he's 8 yards down the field.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, the only thing I want to see this weekend is I want to see more rotation in the linebacker position.
Yeah.
We rotated how many guys on the D-line last week? 11?
I want to say
12?
11. I think all 11 played last week.
All right. So we rotated 11 guys on the D-line. We rotated 3 at linebacker. And they look slow. Like, I realize Justin Jefferson is who he is.
Yeah.
Right? Deontay's coming off a knee injury. So maybe we give him a little bit of a break there. But they just looked so slow last weekend.
They did, man.
And I know we have young cats who are fast. And I'm not saying we got to throw Duke Johnson out there, but let's throw some young cats out there. See if they can play.
Caden Jones is one of our faster inside linebackers. And then, like I said this, I want to say Thursday, I said this with let's get Quay Rusar back to the inside linebacker room. I know everybody loves him coming off the edge. He did a good job getting moved to that position behind. I think it was his freshman year he was put in behind. It wasn't Braswell and those guys, was it? I think Braswell and those guys was gone already. I know he was.
Braswell and Dallas. I think he was there when Braswell and Dallas were seniors.
Yeah, that's what it had to be because he got moved. He played some inside linebacker while they were here, and then I think Braswell got injured that year, and they rolled him out to the edge to be that rotational guy behind Dallas, and it worked out good then. But I think schematically right now, what you want from your inside linebacker room, you got to consider moving Quay Rusar back to the inside linebacker room. That it can't be that much knowledge base that he can't pick up on from that position, being that this is his 2nd year in that system, 3rd year in college on the field, getting some actual quality reps. And I think his mentality also just fits what you need in the middle of the field more so than limiting him to coming off the edge and allow him to get hands put on him early in pass rushes. Get that guy some space to work and to come downhill against a guard or a tackle or a center and see how effective that is when you talk about stopping the run or getting pass rush there from the middle of the field. So I like what you thought, what you said about the linebacker rotation. Definitely want to see more guys get opportunities. Even on the perimeter, you talk about maybe not the linebackers, but the edge, the defensive end, Keon Keeley. I want to see it. Let's. You know what? I'm at the point now. If a guy doesn't show up in practice, I don't believe that that's the end all be all. I just don't. I think Keon Keeley has shown us, even against Michigan, 31 got in the game, and he was a game wrecker.
Yeah. I mean, we've been talking about him for 2 years.
Yeah.
Right? Since Saban left, everyone's like, oh my God, it's Keon Keeley's time. we haven't seen him on the field that much.
And I think it's because he doesn't. I think it's just because I'm not Ty Simpson at practice. I don't look perfect. I don't talk about what's happening on film and go out and do it in practice, right? I don't do it in practice at a high clip all the time because I just get bored with it. I don't get to finish the play, especially as D line, edge rushers, linebackers. They don't get to finish the plays that they get exposed on in film. They got to go on thud in those games. But there's a certain mental focus that you need to have to display that. But I really think you got guys when the lights come on, they're going to show up and turn up. I thought Ty was that guy. And I'm not going to say he's not. I think this week a lot more comfortable at home. We're going to see some quality things from him. But Keon Keeley, he's one of those guys. I truly believe that. Drake Kirkpatrick is one of those guys in the secondary that I truly believe that. Same thing with what's my guy? He's injured right now. Ja Latham. I feel like he's a in the game guy. I feel like he don't get a lot of love in practice. And that was probably a narrative that followed him since he's been at campus. But want to see these guys really show up, man, and take advantage of their opportunities. Wide receivers got to catch the ball too. What you think about me and my thoughts on the wide receiver room?
I'm with you. The way I look at it is I want to see more of Isaiah Horton. Obviously, last week we didn't see much of him because of the hip.
Yeah.
I think Jerem played his lights out.
Yeah.
He was easily the best wide receiver in that room. But we need to catch balls, man.
Yep.
Like Ty was 60% throwing last game, and that was
42. I think he 23 or 43 was his passing stats.
All right, so he was just above 50. He had 8 drops that hit cats right in the hand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that bumps it up pretty quickly.
I mean,
and you go from 250 yards to 300 plus. And Lord knows where that puts us on the field, how many more scores we can get off that, right?
Right. And I think I went back and I looked at it too, just to kind of clarify for those that are listening. I went back and I looked at it, and they're counting the Jeremy Bernard in the end zone pass as a drop. And see, that's why I don't like the statisticians. They get to determine what's a drop and what's a bad pass or whatever. Like, I don't like that. I think you should just look at it and be like, that was a bad pass. That's not a drop on Jeremy Bernard. That's actually a save. It should have been a pick. It should have been a pick. You had Ryan Williams.
Let's be clear. He had two throws that got a little away from him.
Yeah. Two big ones. It was other ones that should have been on point on time, but 2 big ones that I don't care how to get there. They just need to get there on time. I don't care what the ball looks like. It could be a duck, but just get there on time. If they get there on time, I think you got a better chance to make a catch, even in the conditions. But at the same time, we had multiple incidents, two prior passes to both incidents, right? 2 prior passes where the receivers dropped it. So got to see better execution from the wide receiver room and the offense as a whole. Final thoughts, man, so we can get you off this line and get ready to get ready to our game day rituals for today.
I want to see Latair Brooks today.
Oh yeah.
I want to see what he can do.
Oh yeah.
And he's got the opportunity. With Ryan out, that slot position's open.
Yeah.
I want to see Latair Brooks today. I want to see Cam Calhoun. Listen, I listened to you all off season. I sipped the Kool-Aid. I'm in on Cam Calhoun, and that boy. He was playing special teams last week. He was on that ball fast. I want to see that man-to-man coverage.
100%, man. And I'm telling you, there's going to be no choice but to really see some things rolled out today. You have no choice not to roll it out there and see what you're able to build off of going into the Wisconsin game and then building up into the bye week. Like, you have to be on that type. You want to win the game. You don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but you have to be on this progressive trend of trying to develop your team to get ready for the conference open against Georgia. And like you said, I think the Georgia game is just a start. That's just like, I think that'll be the game where we see the ceiling touched for the first time. And then after that, it's going to be how much higher can you push the ceiling going into Vanderbilt, going into, I think Tennessee follows up. I forget who comes after Vanderbilt, but Missouri.
South Carolina, I believe.
We're at Missouri first, and then I think it's Missouri, Tennessee, then South Carolina. MTC. Yeah, that's what I have on my little notes. MTC, Missouri, Tennessee, Carolina. That stretch right there is probably going to be the toughest stretch for me with this team. You get away, home, away. You're going against two tough defenses at home in Missouri, right? South Carolina's defense is going to be tough again. Missouri's defense is looking good this year. You got to go to Tennessee. I mean, you host Tennessee, and they bringing in a new offense that looks good. Like you got.
Missouri's another one of those teams that has a mobile quarterback.
I'm telling you, man.
And they transfer Bo Perbulo.
And the thing is with him, his mobility isn't like electric. He just wants to extend the play, and he's not. I'm looking at him throw the ball, and it's not like he knows where he's going with the ball when he comes out the pocket, and you could tell they do a lot of scramble drills with him and his receivers. He knows where he's going. If he scrambles out right, he know where his relief at. And I think that's so amazing to see, and I think it's a confidence thing. But Alec, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Final thought, man.
Nothing, man. Let's go get a win today.
100%, man. 100%. Roll Tide, Alec.
Hey, roll Tide, Smook.
Man, yes, sir. Appreciate you for supporting the Coach Smook Network, man. Hey, that's Alec on the line. Y'all give it up for my guy, man. He been supporting the content for a minute now, man. Listen, he been around here for a minute. So I didn't want to rush him off. We coming up on that hour and 55-minute mark. I told y'all this show can't go past 2 hours. We got some things to do today. So with that being said, again, thank y'all for tapping in to chat with Coach Smook, the kickoff, college football kickoff show, where we allow you to call in, share your thoughts. We go over our pick'ems, all of that stuff. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the energy today. I'm going to get off here. I got to cut grass. Hopefully it don't rain, man. I want to cut grass before the shows come on. I'm going to listen to college football game day on my headphones while I'm cutting. And we're going to get into this day, man. We're going to get in this thing and do what we do today. I can't wait to have some fun with y'all today. Be on the lookout for any content and coverage of today's game or content supporting today's game. We'll see if we're going to end up in Tuscaloosa tonight. We'll let y'all know. Y'all just stay tuned. But thank you to all our sponsors. Shout out to everybody that showed up and commented in the chat, shared the stream. Thank you all for everything that you did. Shout out to the 29 likes. We got 29 likes on the stream. 29. No, we got 30 likes on the stream. Thank y'all for the 30 likes, y'all. Thank y'all for the 30 likes. Hey, continue to keep us above that 1%. All right, above that 1%. Brooks Christian Ty, appreciate you for tapping in. Only one coach. Appreciate you for being in over there on Instagram. TikTok, continue to tap that screen, doing what y'all do, man. Coach Cat, what's good, sis? That's my sister, man. My sister, what's up, Nay? Roll Tide. Good to see y'all in the chat, man. Good to see y'all in the chat. Good to see y'all in the chat. I did not see y'all comments. That's why I said, stream, y'all got to hurry up and show some love and get the chat tied in from TikTok over to StreamYard so I can make sure I'm acknowledging my TikTok chat, because the moment I look away from y'all, that's when it get loud over there. So I got to make sure I got to do better at that. But we got another screen coming in soon, and we're going to be able to have way more screens available so we can pull all our chats up. But all our sponsors, appreciate you. Go make sure y'all go check out the merch, !merch in the chat, or go to the main page on YouTube and our link tree description. Our link tree is in the description, and you'll find the merch link in there. Go check out the merch, support the Coach Smook Network and the growth of what we're doing and trying to do this content, man. And with that being said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Y'all be blessed. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Roll Tide to all my Bama Nation, and be blessed to the rest of y'all. Good luck with your college football picks today. And if your team is playing today, good luck to your team unless you're Auburn. I got just one thing to say. Auburn. With the best and everything I got in me. I just can't stand it. Hope Auburn lose today. If y'all not playing today, Auburn, lose to somebody. Auburn fans, I hope you lose today. Roll Tide. I'll catch y'all next one. Be blessed, y'all.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook.